XIV. Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I'm Sammy Grayson, and it is time for more Dawntrail. And oh look, the weather's cleared up. Level 92, lending a helping hand. What Rock needs is for new help hands to create good living for Potsworn Kahe. The help hand assigned to Kahe was hurt during the rock rain, so Rock took over. But he knows nothing of Kahe. What does Kahe want? What does Kahe need? Help hands do not bother the Potsworn with straight tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please guess think with Rock. Find out what Kahe is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. This is where Kahe works, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. Hello. That must be Kahe. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Look at the crafting materials. Let's see. Look at the man himself. No airflow. I see. Untouched meal. Well, he has food. What else am I looking at here? Ah, new tools. Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones. I think we found the source of the problem. Or at least two of them. Beep, 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 beep. Problem number one, new tools. Problem number two, better airflow. First off, I noticed Kahe hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But her food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahe's tastes. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also Hitsaro. While everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahe probably wouldn't have been able to eat until it cooled down. And by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rock never would have thought of that, but the third promised mind explaining these things to our cook. Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kahe couldn't concentrate. The Hitsaro homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahe seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we can get one of those? We can gather them from the Shoals of No Return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who give up on their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Kokose? Leave it to me. Also, oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahe's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Rock was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The Shoals of No Return are past the crags, through a tunnel southeast of here. Should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Okay, to the southeast. Got it. south, southeast. So look directly in front of me. Bing, 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 bing. I tuned, did I? I did not. Okay. Oh. Fucking said southeast. Why are we going southwest? Should be like over there somewhere. Hi. You're Kokose, aren't you? Brings you out here. Looking for a tunnel. Ah, the issue with caring for the Potsworn. They approached me with that same problem. I suggested they commission artisans and Charlians instead. Quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I don't understand their fixation on individual contracts. Maybe in the spirit of individuality? Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Uriange, in fact. Settlements in Kozamauka, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant, one of my first acts would be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. My apologies, I have much to consider. If you'll excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Kokose. Alright, so where's that tunnel? Ah, there we are. Spot the tunnel opening. Head through the passage to the Shoals of No Return. Cover the drafty shard. I love that we're going with the Moblin word for it, drafty shard, instead of just saying wind shard. I'm pretty sure I got plenty of those. Like, I can mine those motherfuckers all day. I can lend you one. Yakabek Zoma. Ooh, Ether Current! Yay! Raleigh Morbo. Fiery orange crystal. Something tells me that's not wind. Ah, bright green. Now we're talking. Soothing whisper of wind. Maybe I should have looked around for a blue one. I'm back. Is that a cool breeze Rock feels? Brisk breeze emanating from this wind crystal can be used to fill sails or cool stuffy workshops. Hi, Wiklamat. Yes, thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetzaro, and it's on his way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what Kahe thinks of our efforts. You know what, can confirm, a decent breeze does help with productivity. I was wondering what the occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed the pot pact. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a potsworn. Oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Shunsa. Craftsmanship satisfies Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance! Truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. My job here is done. Hello, Kona. Forgive my interruption. Lamati, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. It's your inspiration from Kozumauka's natural beauty, and sought to capture it in my work. He's like, I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city. Now I have my answer. Even Charlene goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. Like I said, individuality over uniformity. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tuliolal fortunately does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hetzaro more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Terrell's various peoples was eye-opening. Live as a traditional Hetzaro. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Maybe it's time to go on a journey. See some sights. Bing, 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 bing. Rock is very grateful to you. Thank you both for your hard work and clever guesting. When it comes to help handing, knowing the potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. The Feet of Pots. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianche. I also ran into the Levier twins on the way here. Took the liberty of directing them to the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting. But even now he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Red the Rock waiting. Or perhaps he just wants a fair competition. Hello. Betty Rock thanks you for assistance helping Rakarok. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworn to stay. How did you fare? Much the same. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Oh, that sounds like a creature. Oh, that's just the moblins. Welcome to Earthenshire, First Promise. Earthenshire. You support your plans for salt crossings and the new potsworn they will bring. Hail to mighty Zoralja! He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebblestones. Resilient son for Dawn Servant. Zoralja was clearing fallen rocks. Surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, I wouldn't say it's entirely unrelated. Oh god, he's here too. Well, we meet again. Just in time for the feat to begin. I bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Fucker, you try anything, you're gonna have the scions on your ass. Claimants, your attention please. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Tuliolal merchants will suffer. So Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servants of Zoralja's disqualification. The right is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Ready Rock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pack must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Got it, two-head? The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. Fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. That nasty brute is up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wuklomat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their... We do know someone. Couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuliolal to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, to understand. It's just a statement of fact. We do know someone. Suppose we could try asking around Watu Meki Meki. Fungentane. Seems a logical place to start. Back to Tuliolal it is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Well, I mean, unless you can teleport. Like I can. Like, no! No, 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 I can't do it! I can't stomach another boat ride. He said I should share my burden, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. Yeah, we kind of figured that already. Wuklomat, this is hardly news. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will. Are you sure? Look at those eyes! Oh my god, you poor girl. I'm positive, mostly. Oh, wow, just brought us straight here. Cool. How you holding up? I need a moment. River or downriver. Ihukatuma is too rough for me. Every time I come across a Terali name, my brain needs to, like, pause and process for a minute. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set down a foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Rupley can help us recruit the pot swarm. Fongentain. Fongentain. Alright. It's just right over there. About to say, I don't have the Strider boots on. I don't have those on this character. Hey, Ropley, where's Fongentain at? Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to watching MiChumi? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. Do you have any goldsmiths who would wish to become a potsworn? So what do you think? Know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Fancying my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with the mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? What of the Ellison man who just started working here? You mean Fongentain? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt. Considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. That said, he only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fongentain at the workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day. Probably enjoying a meal over at the Bally of Thai. Tie. Still not sure how to pronounce it. Then maybe we should go and talk to him. Just you and me, since he knows us. And want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins if you like. I guarantee you one of them is going to go get a taco. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Seeing a man about some pot. You're going 420 up on this bitch. Oh, it's right over there. It's about to be like, where's the nearest shard? I cannot jump from here. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Ah, so he's on the lower floor. And yup. Oh. There's a roof. Right. And yup. Alright. There you are. Oh, Kokose, you're here too. The Third Promise that you wanted to chat. Just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? Hey, buddy, we found a better job for you. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. A new place of employment has been most welcoming. First time in a long time I feel content with my lot in life. Not a great start. least for us. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become my potsworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That is when an artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the rite of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire. And she chose you. So that's the way of it. Barely met, and after pushing you to work at MiChumi, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Tuliolal. Since I endeavor to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall that it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant. The man I loved and admired, and never wished to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is a fellow peace-loving Tuliolalan that I want... And so, as much as I am indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tuliolalan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Fontaine, thank you. I shall return to Master Rupley and inform him of my decision. Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Plus, it'll probably sound better coming from her directly. Hi. Perhaps you remember me? Brooke Evu, owner of Zabali of Tai. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're Wukra Matale from across the salt, right? And here of some renown, too, if gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. I believe this leads into the role quest for the expansion. Oh, says it right there. Woo! I could take the melee ones, but we're gonna go with the caster one. I probably want... You know what, before we do that, fuck it. Let's run all the way there. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I love that. Master Ropley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I think you can put two and two together. Fontaine has agreed to sign the pot pact, yes? Well, it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith. To have one of our own handpicked to serve the Third Promise is a great honor for MiChumi. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. You could even be yourself if you're so inclined. I will take you up on that eventually. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here is brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Ropley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tuliolal. I gave him the accent, fuck. Come back to us if the Moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at MiChumi. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fontaine? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become my potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fontaine's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Woo! Alright, and with that, gonna end this episode off here. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.